Pastor Julian here with Central's Devotion for today. I hope you're doing well. There is something that I have in common with you, and you have in common with me, and we have in common with our Creator, because we were created in His image, and that is emotions. We have emotions, and emotions are sometimes extremely hard to control or put under wraps, especially anger. For guys, anger is like the number one emotion that we see. There's like, for men, there's like two emotions. There's like laughing and happy, or anger. I mean, those are the two main emotions. Other than that, it's just kind of like middle of the road. Women seem to do a great job of displaying a lot of different emotions, and that's being a little bit stereotypical, but that doesn't go for every man and every woman, but that is just a generality, okay? So don't get me in trouble. But anger is something that the Bible speaks about, and the Apostle Paul speaks about it in Ephesians chapter 4, verses 25 and 26, when he says, "Be angry and do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your anger, and give no opportunity to the devil." Be angry and do not sin. It doesn't say if you are angry, it is a sin, a mortal sin. No, anger is an emotion that we see that Jesus displays at times, especially when he is in the temple and he flips the money changers' tables and calls and shouts, "You've turned my Father's house into a den of thieves." And we see the anger of God in the Old Testament, especially coming through. So anger, if anger were a sin, then God would have sinned. That doesn't happen. God doesn't sin. Anger is an emotion that we have when something is not right, when we sense that something is right or something is agitating or irritating us, and so something might bubble up, and sometimes we might yell, or sometimes you might throw things. You might do all sorts of things when you get angry. That's not necessarily good, but what this is saying is, be angry and do not sin. There are things in this world that you should be angry about. I see a lot of things that are going on right now, stuff being pushed on kids, and parental rights being taken from them. There's lots of things in this world to be angry about, and in this life. And personal things. You might have a friend who stabbed you in the back, or your spouse might just, have left the cap off the toothpaste for the umpteenth time, and you've said, "Please don't do that," and they've done it, and so, angry. But this is the Apostle Paul speaking wisdom of God here. Be angry and do not sin. So when you are angry, you need to realize, I am angry right now. And in this state of anger, it is easier for me to sin than when I am not angry. That's why the Apostle Paul says, be angry and do not sin, because you are more vulnerable to give in to sin when you are angry. So when you get angry, try and realize what's going on. And take some time. If you need to break away from a situation to cool off, whatever it might be, just make sure that in your vulnerable state of anger, that you do not sin. This is a warning. He also gives another warning or suggestion. Do not let the sun go down on your anger, and give no opportunity to the devil. See, when you allow your anger to fester overnight, and to continue on, you could be giving the devil an opportunity to get in there and have you sin, to create a toxic environment for you in your life and for others that are around you that are affected by you and your emotions and your behavior. If you have one person in the family who is angry and things are festering, and it affects the whole family. And so this is saying, be angry and do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your anger. This isn't saying if you're angry about something, don't take a day before you react to it so that you can process it and see how you feel tomorrow. It doesn't say that. You can absolutely do that if that is a way of managing your anger and making sure that you are being angry and not sinning. Okay? But this is saying, don't let this festering anger just continue to fester overnight. If you can deal with that anger and resolve it before the sun goes down, that is the best thing. But it's also a good thing to not react to your anger or something that might have happened till you let it process for a day. That's okay, as long as you are not allowing it to fester and bubble up into something much more ugly. So, one more time about your anger. Be angry and do not sin, and do not let the sun go down on your anger. Give no opportunity to the devil.